I'm Rachel Pfeiffer, your friendly neighborhood voice area graduate assistant, and I've come up with some tips that I hope will help set you up for success in your vocal endeavors as we launch the semester. In fact, I've reached out to the community of voice SLPs, authors, voice teachers, vocologists, you name it, to see what they had to say about managing the college music students' vocal load. I hope that their input, together with my research and a few goofy anecdotes, will serve as a helpful little guide for you as we launch the semester. Also, I'll be citing my sources at the end of this presentation, of course, and providing you all with links to any of the resources I'll mention, along with some suggestions of further reading that you can do if ever you feel the need. So, let's start with this truth that I think we all know intrinsically at some level or another. Our instrument is not just our physical voice, but our whole body, along with our mind and spirit. Each of these things requires self care and awareness to function well, but it's easy to miss the signs that you're headed for burnout when we, as music students, have such a big vocal and mental load to manage. So, here are four red flags to be on the lookout for as the semester progresses and some starting points in addressing them. You use your voice to share stories with the world, but who knows? Maybe your voice might be trying to tell you something. Red flag number one, sudden changes. This could look several different ways, like you notice a change in the amount of effort required to produce the desired sound, a change in tone quality, pitch, or dynamic range, unusual sensations such as rawness, tension, you're fatiguing quickly, ouchiness, lump in the throat, coughing after vocal tasks, not knowing what your voice is going to do, unpredictability, basically anything you notice about your voice or vocal production that was not there before. Now, if any of these things do come up, don't panic. But more importantly, don't sweep them under the rug or assume you're overreacting or just try to beat your voice into submission and push through because you've got juries and operas and important stuff coming up and you just want to get through the semester without dying. Go ahead and make that appointment with your laryngologist and get some more info. Then you can decide if you overreacted or not. Hint, not. You did the right thing. Here's the bottom line. If something just doesn't feel right, then stop the activity. You, as the singer, are the only one who know just how things feel. In a way, you are the expert on your own voice. Your teacher is there as a guide, so don't be afraid to bring things up with them either. Believe me, if your teacher is truly on your team, they will consider your vocal health top priority and actually want you to be forthcoming if you have any doubts about your vocal health. Red flag number two, you hate to practice. And I mean, not just like casually, LOL, I hate practicing, haha. No, more like you enter the practice room and you just want to cry, you experience an overwhelming sense of self loathing or hatred of your voice, low activation energy, or just not even knowing how to start, um, anxiety when you think about singing, the list goes on and on. Everybody feels stressed from time to time, but if feeling down in the dumps or discouraged about practicing becomes the norm for you, your hardworking, tired, beautiful brain might be trying to tell you there's something else going on. Be on the lookout for things like feeling super stressed about singing, feeling defeated before you even start. Oh, this is a good one. Constantly comparing yourself to other singers. Another thing to look out for, doubting your worth as a musician, thinking things like, why am I even doing this? What am I doing here? Etc. That also happens to all of us at some point or another. But if it becomes a constant state that continues for several weeks, then take note. Maybe we see our voice or progress as worse than it really is, and our perception is distorted to the detriment of our vocal self assessment. Maybe that disconnect there could be a sign that something else is up. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. If you're still with me, you're probably thinking, yikes, Rachel, that was dark. I'm sorry. But just be on the lookout for yourself and for your friends. Check in, make sure they're doing okay, and that a little discouragement from time to time doesn't become a notable trend. Now, if you find yourself stuck in thought patterns that are just so not conducive to productive, happy, positive, awesome practice, consider bringing up the issue with your voice teacher or even talking to a therapist. And I'm going to give you guys some resources for that and let you know what you have available as students of TWU. But go ahead and do that to make sure that you're equipped to handle your stress load and that nothing else is going on. There is no need to suffer needlessly or live life on hard mode if there are some tools out there to help you make it more manageable. Red flag number 3, you never get enough sleep and you're always hungry. Psych, you're a music major, you never get to sleep or eat again, lol. Okay, just kidding, I'll stop. But here's the thing, you might be thinking that this is normal and to be expected for your college years because, let's face it, in a way it kind of is. But your body is your instrument. Duh, you already know that, I know. But I'm just saying. Now, if you're lucky slash blessed slash cursed enough to have my personality type, you're super duper disciplined in everything you do in school, and you will try to do your best on literally everything, even if it's at the expense of your own well-being. What? I'm passionate, okay? I did well in undergrad in terms of grades, but I was miserable almost all the time, and I didn't realize that that wasn't normal. I would skip meals to snag a little extra study time between classes and make sure I outdid the previous week's practice record by logging in more hours in the practice room. I'd come back to my dorm after rehearsals super duper late, basically ate trash, thanks vending machines. Then I'd fall asleep on my desk or like at my desk, and 3 a.m. I'd wake up and the pages of the textbook would be plastered to my face with dried drool. So gross. And then I'd get up, I'd crawl into my bed without even taking off my makeup so that I could wake up and start it all over again. And then, get this, I'd wonder why I was always feeling anxious or stressed or sad all the time. What a mess. So, you might not be as extreme as little undergrad Rachel, but the message still applies. Take care of yourself. And please hear me when I say this. It's not selfish or lazy to prioritize self care. That means prioritizing exercise, nutritious food, not famous omelets from the vending machine, and downtime. Rest and self care actually lead you to be more productive, and it will do wonders for your voice. I'm going to cite a cool resource for you at the end so that you can look into the science of that more. But here's what I want you to take away: excellence doesn't have to come to the detriment of self kindness. And finally, red flag number 4, you can't remember the last time you felt inspired. It happens sometimes, but just go through your checklist. Think about things like, is my physical voice doing okay? Am I taking good care of myself? Have I made time to socialize or like chat with a friend in a while? Am I being excessively hard on myself? And so on. The heart slash spirit component of your instrument has its own way of letting you know you're overdoing it. It's just that sometimes we need to slow down enough so that we can hear their warnings. If you have the time, here are some topics for class discussion. If not, of course, that's okay. I'm just going to leave you with this. You are all going to be great this semester. I really, truly hope that we can continue to connect virtually, of course, as a studio and support each other, learn from each other, and appreciate each other as we blossom vocally. I am so lucky to be among you. Virtual hugs!